All right. Welcome in. Uh, YouTube looks like it's having some issues right now. I got an error message that said live streaming is not available. However, I believe we're live streaming, so it looks like it is available for now. It's stable for now. If we run into any issues, I will figure out a way to get this back up and running. But as of right now, it looks like we are good. So here's where we're at. It's spreadsheet golf. It's the match play. This would be the week on the PGA Tour for WGC Match Play, Austin Country Club. So what I've done is I've reworked the entire spreadsheet, no longer to be stroke play. However, it is now match play. We've got a bracket. Eric Patterson and I drew the seedings and the pairings earlier in the week, and that is what you're looking at right now, along with the ownership percentages for every golfer in the field. Rory McIlroy, Jon Rahm, 92.9% owned. They are by far the highest owned golfers here. I guess Webb Simpson coming in at 83%, Justin Thomas at 82%. They are also very highly owned. This is the bracket that we'll be going through today, and we're going to do 3 matches today. So we're going to run through them pretty quickly. That might have been a little optimistic, quite frankly. I've never done more than 1 round in a day. So we'll see how this goes, but we'll probably run through them pretty quickly. But here's the bracket. The rules and payouts are such. You guys have entered your lineups. They are all available on the scoring tab. So all of your lineups are in here. There are 99 entries in this contest. You get 1 point for every group winner that you get correct. 2 points for every golfer that you have that advances to the Elite Eight. What would that be? 4 for the Final Four, 8 for the championship, and 16 for winning it all. That's the point system. The payouts are as follows. I spread it out to 10 golfers, or to 10 winners. 99 entries, 10 winners. First place will be $733. There's $2,443 in the prize pool. The only money that's coming out is because people who sent with PayPal fees. So it's not going into my pocket. It went into PayPal's pocket. So there's probably $57 that it's not in here, if my math is correct. So we've got prizes only for the finals here. And then the way this is going to work, if you have not seen how this works, I have day 1 matchups right here. And as I enter the random results into the generator, it's going to determine the outcome of every individual hole. And when we get a golfer who has more holes, who is up more holes than there are holes remaining, the winner will be designated and that match will be over. We're going to do this 3 times because we've got a schedule of matches that looks like this. So just like in the real match play, every golfer is going to play 3 matches. They're going to play everyone in their group. And then, only then, will the winner come out and go on to the single elimination rounds. If there is a tie, we will figure something out. So if a match is tied, I will re-simulate from hole number 1 again until we get a sudden death winner. If there is if there are 2 guys in a pod or in a group that are both 2 and 1, for example, they would go to a sudden death matchup. So I will also find a way to simulate that as well. I believe we have covered everything. If there are questions, concerns, or comments, drop them in the chat. I'll try to keep an eye on it as we go, but I'm going to try to keep the pace up because I have no idea how long this is going to take to do 3 matches worth. So let's get started here. This is day 1. So the matchups for day 1, you can see them on the schedule tab. But, group number 1, Rory McIlroy, Jason Day, Christian Bezuidenhout, Bernd Wiesberger, all the way down to group 16, at the bottom here, which is Finau, Sungjae, Rafa Cabrera Bello, and Matthew Fitzpatrick. So I won't read them all off. Here's the scheduling. The matches that I'm looking forward to today. Let's see here. There's a couple of good ones. Where's Hideki? Hideki versus Paul Casey, Tony Finau versus Sungjae Im. That's very interesting. This Webb Simpson group, I love. Tiger Woods versus Victor Hovland today. That's going to be a good one. We'll see who. I guarantee there's going to be upsets here, right? Like, there's going to be upsets. I don't know where they're going to be, but they're going to happen. Brooks Koepka versus Colin Morikawa. Jordan Spieth versus Henrik Stenson. That's a good one. All right, let's do this. So here's how it works. If you've not seen spreadsheet golf before, what I'm going to do is for every hole at Austin Country Club, I will be simulating one hole at a time. I will put in a formula here that will drop a random number in from 1 to 100. Depending on the actual golfer's scoring rates and things like that into the model, it's going to assign him a eagle, a birdie, a par, a bogey, or a double bogey. Okay, we're going to do it one hole at a time. Here's how hole number 1 works. Let's jump into it. Match play, spreadsheet golf, hole number 1, coming at you right now. That 14 for Rory is not official. It is not official until I drag down and simulate everyone. Now it is official. We are in the books. Hole number 1. Let's go back and check to see how we're doing. We'll scroll to the top. Rory McIlroy loses the first hole. Rory McIlroy, who like 93% of you have in their lineups, just lost with a par to Rory McIlroy. Jason Day makes a birdie on number 1 and wins the hole. So you see how that lights up. You'll see how Rory is designated as 1 down, Jason Day designated as 1 up, and there are now 17 holes remaining. This, by the way, is my favorite spreadsheet I've ever made, okay? Just throwing that out there. A lot of cool little quirks and tidbits about this. But notwithstanding, I have to fix this false sign here. That's supposed to be where it shows up when he wins, if he wins. But for right now, he's not the winner, so it's false. John Rahm gets out. Oh, man. He's going to destroy shoot. Shows up when he wins, if he wins. But for right now, he's not the winner, so it's false. I think we're coming back here. I think we're back. Give me 1 second here. YouTube is having issues. I pulled up the outage report, and they've got a bunch of cases being reported right now. So I know they're having issues. So bear with me. I think we're back. Shows up when he wins, if he wins. But for right now, he's not the winner, so it's false. I think we're coming back here. All right, there we go. I think we're... Okay, so who else here? Morikawa makes bogey on the first. Brooks Koepka wins. Jordan Spieth loses to Henrik Stenson. You can see there's a bunch of matches that are all square. Webb Simpson gets on the board. Ricky Fowler out ahead of Andrew Putnam. Oh, and Tiger Woods 1 down to Victor Hovland out of the gate, and then a bunch of all-square matches before we get down to the bottom, and Sungjae loses his first hole. Let's keep it going. Scroll back up to the top, and we will go hole number 2. All right, these... Stand by. These are now official. Excuse me, hole number 2. And Rory McIlroy is 2. Oh, no, he's not. My sheet took a bit to... I was going to say he was 2 down, but it just refreshed on me. They have hole number 2 with bogeys. That's unacceptable in spreadsheet golf and in match play. John Rahm gives the shot right back that he won on number 1. He gives it right back on number 2. Anybody 2 up? Yeah. Eric Van Rooyen, 2 up on Corey Connors. He's won the first 2 out of the gate. 6-6. Double bogey start for Corey Connors is not going to get it done. Pretty brutal there. Webb Simpson holds his 1-up lead. Victor Hovland has now won 2 in a row against Tiger Woods. Let's check to see what those ownerships were. Pretty even. Tiger Woods, 47% of you have Tiger Woods coming out of this group. Victor Hovland, 35%. So this group might be decided right here on day number 1. If there is a specific match that you guys are sweating, throw it in the chat. I'll make sure that we cover it more often here. But let's roll through with hole number 3 because we've got a lot of matches to go through today. All right, hole number 3 in the books. Still 1 down for Rory. Bernd Wiesberger gets on the board. He's now 1 up. Keegan takes the lead over Bubba Watson. Justin Thomas has won 2 in a row. He's now 1 up over Phil Mickelson. Let's go check on Tiger. Excuse me. Oh, Tiger wins the 3rd hole. So he makes birdie on the 3rd to get back to 1 down. So he's trying to put the brakes on that match. Is anybody 3 up? Oh my gosh. Did not see this coming. Leishman is boat racing Scotty Scheffler, who is a very, very good spreadsheet golf player, but Leishman sticking it to him right now. Hideki also 3 up. So both of the Group 15 matches are 3 up through 3. Let's keep it rolling. Hole number 4 coming at you. Stenson opens with 3 birdies. Is that true? I'll have to go check that. All right, hole number 4 is in. Day number 1. Scroll back up to the top here. Very tight match with Rory and Jason Day. They've tied 3 holes in a row. Bezuidenhout wins hole number 4. He gets that back to all square. Rahm stays all square. Look at this. Justin Thomas or Phil Mickelson, every hole has been won. Not by Justin Thomas or not by Phil Mickelson. They've split them 2 and 2. Joel Damon, 3 up over Kevin Na. Where's Henrik Stenson? Where's our boy Henrik Stenson? He's down here at the bottom. Let's see what Stenson's done. But before we get there, Tiger quickly erases the two down slate there and gets even with Victor Hovland. Bryson DeChambeau's won 2 in a row. He's 2 up over Max Homa. Leishman does finally lose a hole. Scotty Scheffler gets 1 back. Yeah, this Sung Jae Tony Finau match is big. Let's go look at their ownership. He is over here. Sung Jae 67% to get out of the group. Tony Finau right behind at 23%. And that is Tony Finau 1 up, but Sung Jae just won hole number 4. Here comes hole number 5. Which if you've been watching on, you should know all of these holes if you've been watching the Golf Club 2019 Match Play, the Run Good Tour, everything that's going on the Golf Club. We've played this. I feel like I've played Austin Country Club 50 times this week. Hole number 5 is in the books. This Rory Jason Day match remains tied. This is quite the battle we've got going up here at the top. Bezuidenhout gets back to 1 up. Jon Rahm takes the lead over Shuga Imahara. 1 up with a birdie on number 5, excuse me. Jordan Spieth takes the lead. No, he doesn't. Sorry. Jordan Spieth wins hole number 5 to cut the lead in half. Now only 1 down. This match here continues to be very Phil-esque. He's either going to win the hole or he's going to lose it. He's not going to tie anything. Justin Thomas remains 1 up. Joel Damon still 3. Adam Scott got 1 back. He's now just 1 down. Let's go check on Tiger. Okay, they have their first hole of the match, Tiger and Victor Hovland. So that's all square, 13 holes to go. Brandt Snedeker continuing to stick it to Francesco Molinari. He is 2 up through 5. Xander and Victor Perez all square. That's a pretty interesting one. And then Bryson is just full on smashing Max Homa right now. He's 3 up. Justin Rose 2 up over Brendan Todd. Tony Finau 2 up over Sung Jae Im. Sung Jae makes a double on hole number 5. That's not going to cut it. We've got 13 holes remaining. Let's go do hole number 6. Okay, we are in. These numbers are official. That Rory Jason Day match. Oh my gosh, could you imagine if Rory doesn't get out of the first round? 92% of you are going to get that wrong. So Jason Day still 1 up through 6. Plenty of time left there. John Rahm helping out all of his backers. He's now 2 up. He's won 2 in a row. Keegan gets a win at number 6 to break the tie. Morikawa beats Koepka at 6. What's the ownership on those guys? Morikawa 57%. Wow, so big favorite. Koepka only 14%. Thomas and Phil Mickelson tie their first hole of the day. Benny On gets a 2-up lead over Adam Scott. They've alternated the last couple of holes. Sung Kang has just tied number 8 seed Patrick Cantlay with 2 straight wins. Cam Smith and Shane Lowry, they're going back and forth. Shane Lowry 1 up in that match. Look at this. Webb Simpson has lost 2 holes in a row by making 2 pars. So Billy Horschel goes birdie at 5 and 6 to get this match back to all square. And Victor Hovland makes eagle. Look at this. The guy who makes eagle. Tiger loses with a birdie on number 6. Hovland makes an eagle and wins the hole. He leads the tour in eagles. And Bryson DeChambeau, my goodness. It's full on right now. He makes eagle on number 6, 4 in a row. We're gonna keep an eye on this. This might be the first match of the day done. I don't see anything else too big down here. Sung Jae does get one back. Here we go. Hole number 7. Okay. We are in for hole number 7. I think Rory... Okay. Look at this. They tie the 7th with bogeys. Jason Day and Rory McIlroy both make bogeys on number 7. Bezuidenhout 2 up. Justin Thomas loses the 7th hole with a bogey. Now that match is all square. Dustin Johnson 1 down to Match Play Assassin Kevin Kisner. What was the ownership on that group? That's group number 5. DJ in 58%, Kevin Kisner in 19, Adam Hadwin in 21. Pretty even split. Jazz, Jana Wadanand, only 1% owned. Matt Wallace 2 up over Ian Poulter. Where is Bryson? Has Bryson won this thing yet? Oh my gosh, he's trying to. He's got 5 in a row. 5 in a row. Bryson's 5 up with 11 to go. This one is likely to be the first match finished of the day, so that'll be fun. Hideki 3 up over Paul Casey. Let's go do hole number 8. That 100 is not official for Rory. Nothing is official until I drag it down for everybody. All right, we are in for hole number 8. We'll start at the bottom since I'm here. Sung Jae now 2 down. Sung Jae 2 down after, wow, look at this. Tony Finau makes an eagle at number 8. Sung Jae loses with a birdie. Terrell Hatton squares the match with Abraham Answer. Bryson DeChambeau finally ties a hole with birdie. So 5 up with 10 to go. Tiger Woods still 1 down to Victor Hovland. Graham McDowell 1 up on Sergio Garcia. Did not see that one coming. Ricky Fowler gets 2 in a row. He's now 2 up over Andrew Putnam. Webb breaks the tie with Billy Horschel. He's now 1 up. Webb very popular in this format, so he is got a lot of backers that I'm sure are happy to see that. Let's get up to the top here. Still all square. So after losing the first hole, Jason Day and Rory McIlroy have now halved 7 straight holes. So we will get to 9 right now. That's not a good number for Rory. Really not a good number for Rory. He makes bogey, but so does Jason Day. So this match continues to be very, very tight. Jason Day is going to make the turn 1 up. Christian Bezuidenhout is going to make the turn 3 up. John Rahm, as expected, destroying Shugo. He's 4 up with 9 to go. So keep an eye on that as being one of the first matches to end here. Henrik Stenson is smoking Jordan Spieth 3 up. Adam Hadwin and Jazz all square. Eric Van Rooyen, Corey Connors all square. Let's see what other matches we got here. Oh, Tiger wins number 9 with a par to square the match. No, there's some pars on hole number 8. There's some eagles on hole number 8. There's some doubles. There's some bogeys on hole number 8. So hole number 8 looks good, Josh. Thanks, though. This is a brand new sheet. If you see something that looks off, happy to fix it, but 8 looks good to me. Bryson DeChambeau, 5 up with 9 to go. Hideki, 4 up with 9 to go. So we've got some matches that are going to be finishing here. Let's go to hole number 10. Here's what we'll do. I'll actually do 10 and 11 at the same time. We'll see if we can close out some of these matches here. So here's 10 in the books. And here's 11 in the books. We'll see if we can close out or get close to closing out some of these matches. We got 3 days worth of action coming at you. This is just day 1. Here we go. 2 holes at a time. First in spreadsheet golf history have we ever done this, but when you've got 3 matches, 3 days in one, we've got to do it. So here we go. We're going to see some big changes on the spreadsheet today. Start at the top. Rory and Jason Day alternate holes on the back, and Rory still 1 down with 7 to go. This is going to be a very critical match down the stretch here. Very critical match. But Bezuidenhout remains 3 up. John Rahm and Shugo alternate holes on the back, so Rahm is still 4 up through 7. Same thing for Keegan and Bubba, but that match is all square. Colin Morikawa, 3 up over Brooks Koepka after winning the 11th hole. That is not good for Brooks backers. Stenson extends his lead to 4 up with 7 to go. Kevin Na rattled off 3 out of 4 holes. And 4 out of his last 6. He's now 1 up after starting miserably. So he's taken over the lead for Joel Dahmen. Kevin Kisner now 2 up on Dustin Johnson. And let's see. Patrick Cantlay's losing. Webb Simpson 2 up with 7 to go. Ricky Fowler drops a hole on 11. He's now only 1 up. Tiger wins the hole number 10 with a birdie. They have hole number 11 with 2 doubles. You don't see that very often. And it is 1 up with 7 to go for Tiger Woods. Xander's 2 up. Bryson 4 up. So Bryson finally lost the hole, the first hole that he lost here. So we don't have any shut down yet. But we're getting close to the finish. Yeah, it doesn't. So that's a good question. I noticed that earlier too. This means nothing. So on the input side, this is actually last week's TPC Sawgrass. I'll update this. That has no bearing on the actual calculations. None at all. It's all coming from right here, this is the correct routing and the correct par for Austin Country Club. So I just need to update this part, but this is all visual. There's no bearing on this at all. Actually, I'll even just hide the par so we know what hole it is. But this is just the input number, so we're good. Yeah, and they can't. So the worst score these guys can get is double. So you're not going to see a par 7 on a par 3 or anything like that. So the worst score that you can make is a double. So we're all good. All right, let's go to hole number 12. Hole number 12. All right, we're in for 12. Rory wins 12. Rory makes birdie on number 12 to have the match. So this one's going to be critical. There are 6 holes remaining. 92% of you have Rory coming out of the group. This is obviously only group number 1. And here's your match that's going to decide a lot. Jon Rahm, 4 up over Shugo. That's going just as planned. Brooks Koepka, 3 down to Colin Morikawa. Jordan Spieth now 5 down. Henrik Stenson, 5 up in that match. Dustin Johnson, 2 down to Kevin Kisner. Kevin Kisner is such a match play stud. Matt Wallace has now, oh wow, look at this. So Matt Wallace was 3 up. He's lost 2 holes in a row and now is sitting at 1 up in that match. Let's see what we've got here. Tiger loses hole number 12. Another eagle. Victor Hovland gets there. He is now all square in this match. Let's see. Bryson wins. So Bryson's 5 up with 6 holes to go. This one might end. If Bryson wins 13, this match is over. Who else? Kuchar getting close. Okay. Let's simulate the next hole because I think we might actually get... Bryson could be the first one in here. Bryson could be the first one in. Wow, look at this. Rory loses hole number 13. He's 1 down with 5 to go. Rory backers. Jon Rahm, Dormy. Jon Rahm is 5 up with 5 to go. He's Dormy. Bubba wins 2 in a row to go 2 up. Let's go check on... Oh, here we go. There's our first winner. Henrik Stenson, 6 and 5 over Jordan Spieth. So what I'm going to do is actually delete the formulas in here because I don't want any more data coming in. So Henrik Stenson is in the books. Henrik Stenson is 6 and 5. He is... Let's see what his own percentage is. Stenson is right here, 16% owned. He beats Jordan Spieth. He is the first one in the books. I'm going to give him a win right here. I'm going to give Jordan Spieth a loss. And these are not percentages. These are regular numbers. Okay, Stenson won. 1 there. All right. Let's go back. So Stenson in the books. Justin Thomas 1 up with 5 holes to go. Did Bryson shut this down yet? I don't see him yet. Yes, he did. Okay, Bryson wins hole number 13. He is 6 and 5. Let me just get rid of these here. And Bryson is going to be our second winner. So Bryson beats Max Homa. Bryson gets a win. Homa gets a loss. So Bryson in the books. I believe that's our only other... Yeah, we got some close ones down here at the bottom. We've got some close ones. All right, let's do hole number 14. Okay. Rory gets it right back. Okay, so Rory and Jason Day, after tying holes 2 through 9, have now split everything from 10 to 14. They've alternated. This is all square on with 4 to go. Jon Rahm has closed out Shugo. Okay, so he was Dormy. He just halves hole number 13. Jon Rahm is in. Colin Morikawa is in. He just closed out Brooks Koepka. So let's add those to the spreadsheet here. So we'll go back to the bracket. Jon Rahm won, Shugo won, and it was Morikawa beating Brooks Koepka. So that entire group 3 is done. I'll check the whole numbers. They might also be Sawgrass. I'll confirm. I'll confirm these. You guys might be right. I'll get these whole numbers sorted up. They can only take a double. So if you saw a 7 on a 3, it had to have been a par 5. It's the raw scoring that is still what's going on here. It doesn't matter if it's birdie, bogey, or whatever. The raw scoring should still be correct, but I'll confirm these after we do day 1 here. But the raw numbers all still look right to me. If they don't, let me know, but the raw numbers look good. Morikawa wins, Stenson wins, and do we have any other winners down here? I don't think so. Oh, look at this. Tiger, 2 down with 4 to go. He's in big trouble. He's in big trouble. Snedeker, 4 up with 4 to go. He's dormy. Bryson, I already got him. He's done. Fitzpatrick, 1 up. Look at this match. Sungjae fights back, all square. Paul Casey, all square. 4 holes to go. Leishman, Scheffler, all square. Wow. Okay, here we go. Hole number 15. Okay. 3 holes to go, all square for Rory and Jason Day. Bezuidenhout, 3 up with 3 to go. He's dormy on Bernd Wiesberger. John Rahm, we already talked about. Bubba, 3 up with 3 to go. He's dormy. Justin Thomas, 1 up with 3 to go. Kevin Na now 2 up. Oh my gosh. Dustin Johnson trying to save half of you by winning 2 in a row. He is now all square with Kevin Kisner with 3 to go. Adam Hadwin, 2 up with 3 to go. Benny On, 2 up. All square there with Wallace and Poulter. Who else? Who else is close? Webb Simpson, 2 up with 3 to go. He's trying to close this down. Ricky Fowler, just 1 to get back to all square with 3 to go. Look at this. Look at this. Hovland has won 4 holes in a row to go 3 up with 3 to go. He's dormy. Brandt Snedeker wins. All right, Snedeker wins hole number 15 to beat Francesco Molinari. Let's get him on the board. So Snedeker over Molinari. Snedeker with a win, Molinari with a loss. Woodland, 2 up over Westwood. I already got Bryson. Hatton is going to be 3 up. He's dormy. 2 up, 2 up, 2 up. Hideki loses again. Paul Casey's won 5 of the last 6 holes on the back 9. He is now 1 up with 3 to go. Wow. Okay, I think we're gonna have a lot of matches closed out here on 16. So here we go. Let's do it. Okay. Rory wins hole number 16. He is now 1 up with 2 to play. Bezuidenhout wins. He's in the books. He's your winner. So Bezuidenhout beats Wiesberger. Bezuidenhout gets a win. Wiesberger gets a loss. They are a combined 4% owned to get out of this group. So this Rory finish is going to be super critical for everybody. Bubba Watson closes it out, beats Keegan. So we'll get Bubba Watson on the board. Bubba Watson is over. Where's my buddy Bubba? Bubba, what group are you in? He's got to be in like, oh, here he is. So Bubba beats, I guess it had to have been Keegan, right? Bubba beats Keegan. That's over, 4-2. Morikawa I already had. Stenson I already had. Phil wins hole number 16 to get to all square with 2 to go. Kevin Na is dormy. Dustin Johnson, I was just praising him, loses 16. Kevin Kisner 1 up with 2 to go. Adam Hadwin is dormy. Really close match here, all square for Patrick Reed and Danny Willett. Eric Van Ruin, he wins 16. He is now Dormy. Anybody else win? Do we have any more winners down here? I got Snedeker. I got Bryson. Hatton. Hatton just closed out Abraham Answer. So he is 3 up with 2 to go. That is group number 13. So group number 13 is complete. Hatton beats Answer. So the 2 favorites out of group 13 both have won their day 1 match. Justin Rose, 2 down with 2 to go. Any other winners? No. Okay. Here we go. We're going to see some holes won here. Or some matches won, excuse me. Whole day number 1. Bezoidenhout winner. I have these, right? I've got Rory, I've got Bezoidenhout, I've got Ram, I've got Bubba, I've got Morikawa, I've got Stenson. Oh, wow. JT loses hole number 17. Phil wins it. Phil 1 up and Dormy. Kevin Na beats Joel Damon with a tie. So we will add Kevin Na. Na beats Damon. Rory did win. Did I mention that? Rory wins. Rory wins with a birdie on 17. So he is going to be 2 up. There's only 1 hole left. Rory wins. So let's add Rory to the winner's side. Jason Day to the loser's side. Jordan Spieth, Morikawa, Joel Damon, Kevin Na, all square. Or I'm sorry, not all square. Kevin Kisner, 1 up with 1 to go. Adam Hadwin, 2 up with 1 hole to go. He's going to win. So Adam Hadwin, group number 5, beats Jazz. Hadwin's putter can get hot in a big way. Benny On just won hole number 17. So Benny On is going to be 2 up over Adam Scott. That is group number 6. Group number 6 is over here. Benny On, Adam Scott. And let's keep going here. That match is still going on. Reed and Willett, they are all square. We might have to simulate that one. Eric Van Ruin beats Corey Connors in group number 7. 1-1. Cantlay wins 3 in a row. He's now 1 up. He's Dormy heading into 18. Shane Lowry beats Cam Smith. So that's group number 8. Shane Lowry, oh boy, 4% owned. Cam Smith, 27% owned. Webb Simpson loses 17, so there's still a hole to go there. Horschel can force this to a playoff. Fowler 1 up. Tommy and Ches all square. McDowell beats Sergio. McDowell beats Sergio Garcia. So 1-1. Victor had already beaten Tiger, right? So he was 2 up. So hold on. He was 2 up. So it was actually like this, 3-1. He was, or 3-2. He was 3-2. So Victor beats Hovland. Or Victor beats Tiger. Right? Yeah, 3 up. He was 3 up with 2 to go. I missed that one last time. Brant, I got Schauffele loses hole number 17, so that's all square. That's going to come down to last. Woodland closes out Westwood in group number 12. Woodland closes out Westwood. So that group came down to the end here. Bryson I got. Hatton I believe I already got. Brendan Todd beats Justin Rose in group number 14. Brendan Todd over Justin Rose. The bad times continue for Rosie, but you guys didn't fall for it. Only 9% owned coming out of that group. Kuchar beats Usti. Did I get that one? I don't think so. Kuchar beats Usti in Group 14. Kuchar, the favorite, or at least the most owned guy coming out of that group. This is coming down to 18. Hideki wins 17. That's coming down to 18. Tony Finau 1 up. And, okay, so these matches are still good. So we have a couple of matches to go. I think I'm caught up here. I'll check after day 1 again. But here we go. This is it. Hole number... I'm going to get my notebook ready because I might have to do some playoffs here. Okay. Hole number 18. This will decide a lot of matches, and it will decide if we go to any playoffs here. Sudden death variety is what they would be. Okay. Already got these. Already had these winners. Phil Mickelson. So I will add Phil over JT. Phil wins the final 3 holes. Oh, yeah, you're right. There's no playoffs in group play. That's my bad. They would just get a tie. Good. That I only have to do that in I only have to do that to break the group play, and I only have to do that in the championship rounds. So you're right. No playoffs in group play. My bad. They would just get a tie. I have a spot for it in the spreadsheet for ties. So I don't know why I was thinking I needed to do that. Phil does get the win over JT in group 4. Phil Mickelson gets the win over JT. That is going to be big. JT now has to fight out of a hole. Kevin Na, I think I already had that one. Okay, so DJ and Kisner have their match in hole 5. Or group 5. So that's a tie. Kisner and DJ. Adam Hadwin, I think I already had this one, didn't I? Yeah, Hadwin beats Jazz. Benyon beats Scott. I had that. Matt Wallace beats Ian Poulter in group 6. Matt Wallace beats Poulter in group 6. Danny Willett with the upset over Patrick Reed, winning the last over Patrick Reed in group 7. So Reed goes down. Willett, big boost. Willett, not a single one of you picked Danny Willett to win group 7. He is 1-0. And he beat the most difficult opponent already. Wow. Danny Willett. I got Van Ruin. Cantlay does beat Sung Kang. He won the last 4 holes, so that's group 8. There was a scare for Patrick Cantlay earlier, but Cantlay does beat Sung Kang to take that down. I got Lowry. Simpson and Horschel tie. This is a very difficult group. So Horschel and Billy and Webb tie. Fowler wins 1 up. So now he's got the advantage over these guys. That is a win for Fowler, a loss for Andrew Putnam. So Ricky Fowler in the driver's seat in that group. Tommy Fleetwood beats Ches Reavie in group number 10. Fleetwood beats Reavie. I had Hovland. I had Snedeker. Look at this guy. Victor Perez wins the last 2 holes to beat Xander Schauffele in group number 12. Oh my gosh. So Victor Perez, 3% of you had. Gary Woodland, half of you had. Now likely in the driver's seat in group number 12. Had Bryson, had Hatton, had Todd, had Kuchar. Scheffler wins the last to break the tie with Mark Leishman in group number 15. And Paul Casey, an unbelievable back 9 that Casey played against Matsuyama, wins on the last hole. So it's Casey and Scheffler winning in group 15. Casey, Scheffler, Leishman, and Matsuyama go down. Sungjae and Tony Finau have their match. Sungjae wins the last and salvages half a point. And then Matthew Fitzpatrick is going to win in group 16. So Sungjae and Finau tie. And then Fitzpatrick beat Cabrera Bello, correct? Correct. Okay, so here's where we stand. I will update these. But Jon Rahm doing everything he needed to do as a highly owned golfer. Rory salvages his day. He gets the win. Scares a lot of people. Patrick Reed has opened up Group 7 in a big way. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take like 3 minutes. Make sure the sheet is all good. I'm going to remove some of this formatting here. Make sure we're all set for day number 2, which is going to happen in like 3 minutes. Day number 2 is going to go faster. We'll simulate 2 holes at a time because we got to get through this. I'm not going to be here for the next 4 hours. So we'll do a couple holes at a time and we'll get through group play today. So give me a couple minutes here and we'll be back at it. I'm just going to throw up the, it's going to be the starting soon graphic, but it's more like be right back. So talk to you in a second. All right, welcome back. So I made a quick update to the bracket to add points in. So I can keep track of half points, points per win. So obviously you get a full point for the win, a half point for the tie. So the entire right-hand side of the bracket, all of their matches were determined. There were a handful of ties on the left-hand side of the bracket, including Dustin Johnson at 58% owned, Webb Simpson at 83% owned. He's probably going to be a key cog for a lot of you heading into day number 2 and day number 3. I saved the data from day number 1 so that we have it, but now I've got a day 2 tab here with all of the updated matches. So now Rory playing Bernd Wiesberger, Christian Bezuidenhout playing Jason Day, for example, in group number 1. So here's what we're going to do. Let's roll through this a little bit quicker. We'll do 2 holes at a time. That way we can run through this because we still have a third set of matches to do here. So we'll run 2 at a time. Webb Simpson's matchup is going to be critical. And really, this gets exciting when we can start closing out matches as well. So I don't think running through 2 at a time or whatever we do here at the start is too concerning. All right, we've got 2 holes in. Let's head over to day 2. And Rory, didn't he lose the first hole to Jason Day in day 1? Well, he's lost the first 2 to Bernd Wiesberger here. So Bernd Wiesberger jumps to a 2-up lead out of the gate. Jason Day has the lead in his match. Rahm continues his good run. Bubba, Jordan Spieth, and Brooks Koepka. That's an interesting little matchup. They alternate holes on 1 and 2. Stenson and Morikawa both shredded their opponent on day 1. Stenson has a 1-up lead here. A couple of all-square matches. Oh, my formula. Stand by. I'll have to update this. Once back on the board, and then Tiger loves getting down out of the gate here. He is one. Holes number 3 and 4 coming at you right now. And day 2, Rory is cutting into the lead. He's now 1 down to Bernd Wiesberger. Rahm all square. Brooks Koepka 1 up on Jordan Spieth. Oh my gosh, Colin Morikawa had one, I believe, won his first round matchup, and Dustin Johnson's a lot of act. Gary Willen. This is a pretty critical match here. Out of Grizz did get one back at number 4. Anything else? Leishman. Oh boy. Buzzsaw Hideki Matsuyama's won 3 of the first 4 holes here. Did Hideki lost his first match, right? He choked it away to Paul Casey, I believe. Where is that group? Yeah, he did. So Hideki has 0 points. So Hideki needs this one in a big way. If he loses this, he's probably out of it. Let's do 5 and 6. All right, 5 and 6 are in the books. There's the Rory we know. Has now won. He won 5. He halved 6. So they are all square. Bernd Wiesberger through 6. 12 holes to go. Bezuidenhout rattles off 2 to get back on Jason Day. Jon Rahm all square. That's a big match too. Wow. Spieth gets it back to all square. Morikawa still going down. Did not see that one coming. Sung Kang still there. Billy Horschel beating up on Andrew Putnam. He's now 3 up. Sergio and Fleetwood, that's a good match going back and forth. all square through 6. Tiger, again, 5 of those 6 holes have been decided. Tiger still one down in it. And look at this. Victor Perez loses the first 3, wins the next 3, all square with Lee Westwood through 6 holes. Hideki is just stomping Mark Leishman right now. And Sungjae and Matt Fitzpatrick in a heavyweight bout. Sungjae remains 1 up. Let's do the next 3. We'll get through the front 9 here. Start to see how these matches are panning out. We'll take a look at some of the ownership numbers and see what we're rooting for on the back. Here's number 8. And here's number 9. All right, let's see how our matches look. After the front 9, oh my gosh, I already saw the one at the bottom. Rory and Wiesberger all square. That's huge. I mean, Rory did win his first round match, but you certainly don't want him dropping one to Bernd Wiesberger. Jason Day, Bezuidenhout all square. Rahm rattled off all 3 of those holes that I just simulated. He is now 3 up with 9 to go. Bubba has his hands full with Shugo. Brooks and Spieth are all square. Stenson and Morikawa going back and forth. Morikawa's trying to make a run here. Still 2 down, but he's showing signs of life. Not showing signs of life is Justin Thomas. Justin Thomas, 3 down, headed to the back 9. Let's look at Justin Thomas really quick. So JT lost his first round match to Phil Mickelson and is currently 3 down, and 82% of you have JT. So he needs to turn the tide on the back for sure. But his days might be numbered. It might be over for Justin Thomas. Phil's in the driver's seat in that match, but he's losing to Kevin Na. Dustin 1 up. Jazz 1 up. Adam Scott beating the pants off of Matt Wallace. He's 3 up. Patrick Reed's in the driver's seat here. He is all square with Eric Van Rooyen. Corey Connors. Okay, so Danny Willett was trying to play spoiler on day number 1, beating Patrick Reed, but now he's 3 down to Corey Connors. So if Reed can win that match, I believe everyone in that group would be 1-1 if Corey Connors can hold on. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. Cantlay 2 up. Sung Kang 2 up. Fowler has won 3 in a row and is all square with Webb Simpson. Wow. Match play can change everything. Billy Horschel smoking Andrew Putnam. He's 4 up. Tommy Fleetwood losing to Sergio Garcia. And Tiger Woods has now won 2 holes in a row. He is leading Brandt Snedeker at the turn. Victor Hovland and Molinari all square because Molinari's won 8 and 9. So really, if Tiger can win and Molinari can win, I believe that group then goes to everyone is 1-1. What else we got here? Bryson 1 up. Bunch of alls. Oh my gosh. Well, Hideki found his putter. He's rolling everything in. He is 6 up with 9 to go. That is the front runner for the first match to be done. And Sung Jae Im and Matthew Fitzpatrick have decided every hole for the last 8. Sung Jae 2 up. Wow. So we're gonna have some matches close out here. That Hideki match might be over by the next time I run these. Let's do 10, 11, and 12. Whoops. Wrong formula. 10, 11, 12. 11 is in the books. Hideki might have closed this out by the time that we get back to day number 2. 3 more holes. He might have closed this out. He was, I think, 6 up. Okay. Day number 2. Rory won 10 and 11. He lost 12. He's 1 up, though. 1 up with 6 to go. Bezuidenhout, 1 up with 6 to go. Jon Rahm doing exactly what everyone expected. He is 3 up through 6. He's just fine. Shugo won 2 in a row over Bubba. That would be interesting. Spieth 1 up. Stenson's too good in match play. Morikawa looks like he's going down. And it's about over for JT. We're about to call it for JT. He is 4 down with 6 to go, and he already lost his first match. So he's going to need some magic. He's going to need a lot of magic here. Adam Scott, 5 up over Matt Wallace. 6 to go. That could be over by the next time we refresh. Patrick Reed, trying. This is the situation. Okay, so this match 7, Reed's trying to save you guys. If Reed can win and Connors can win, which they both currently are, that would put everyone in match 7 at 1-1, I believe. Cantlay taking care of Cam Smith, no problem. Ricky Fowler has a 1-up lead. Ches Reavie getting ready to close out Graham McDowell. Victor Hovland, all 3 in a row to Francesco Molinari. He is now 3 up. So Victor now in the driver's seat in this match because Tiger's still 1 up. So I guess not really. So Victor would go to 2-0. If Tiger can win, he'd be 1-1, but he would have lost to Victor. So Victor still has fate in his own hands. Xander 2 up after winning 3 in a row against Gary Woodland. Bryson 2 up with 6 remaining. Do we have a winner yet? Oh, Hideki lost a hole, so he's 5 up with 6 to go. We don't have a winner yet. And then Sung Jae's won 2 in a row. He's 4 up. So I'll sim 2 holes. And then I'll do 13, 14, 15. Then I'll do 16, 17, 18 by themselves. That way we can see this. $13. So I'm going to guess Hideki's won his match by now. And who was the other one? Adam Scott. Adam Scott's probably won his match by now. By the time we get back to this. Those are my predictions. We'll see. All right. A lot has probably changed. Let's go check it out. Oh boy. So Rory is all square with Wiesberger. 3 holes to go. Jason Day back in the driver's seat, 1 up. Jon Rahm is dormy. Jon Rahm has been the safest. We've not had to sweat Jon Rahm at all through two matches, I don't think. He's dormy. We have a winner. Stenson continues to roll. So let me write this down. Stenson over Morikawa. Joel Damon over JT, which I believe just ends JT. He's toes up at this point. Because he already lost his first round match. He's now going to be 0-2. He is playing spoiler tomorrow. Adam Scott destroys, and actually he closed it out before this. He was not 7-3, but Adam Scott destroys Matt Wallace. Patrick Reed, 2 up with 3 to go. Corey Connors, 2 up with 3 to go. So Patrick Reed backers very happy about that roll. Cantlay is dormy. Sung Kang has 1. Sung Kang beats Shane Lowry. Webb hanging in there, but still 1 down. Ches Reeves Dormy, he's 3 up. Tiger, 1 up. On the other hand, Hovland, 3 up, and Dormy. So those two looking to try to tack on a couple wins. Xander, 2 up with 3 to go. Do I have any more winners here? I do. Hideki. Hideki closes out Leishman. And that's it. Wow, this Tony Finau, Rafa Cabrera Bello match is pretty big. All right, let's do 16, and we'll see if we can get a winner or two here. All right, back to the bracket. Wow. So that's 16. Rory remains all tied with Wiesberger. That's going to be a big one. Jason Day 1 up with 2 to go. Rahm did lose hole number 16 to Keegan, but he's still Dormy, so Keegan has to win each of the last 2 just to get a half a point. Bubba's 1 up. Jordan Spieth is Dormy now on Brooks Koepka. What did Koepka do? Wow, Koepka's about to be out of this if he can't win. If Koepka loses this, he's also cooked. I got Stenson. I got Damon. Phil's Dormy. Phil's on the verge of being 2-0, people. Phil is on the verge of being 2-0. I got Adam Scott. Okay, Reed does close it out. So Reed wins 16 and beats EVR. So that's 1/2 of the combo that you Reed owners need. The other half is still very much in your favor because Corey Connors is all square, or as Dormy, excuse me. Webb. Wow. Webb wins 16, and they're all square. I'd love to watch Webb and Ricky Fowler all square with 2 to go. That would be so sick right now. Who else? Sergio's Dormy. Reeves Dormy. Tiger loses hole number 16, and now all square with Brandt Snedeker. I already got Hovland. Rose beats Louis. Okay, I think that's Rose's first win. Rose over Louis. Kuchar over Brendan Todd. Cooch over Todd. I already got Hideki. Casey is a new winner. He beats Scotty Scheffler. So I think Casey's 2-0 now. And the rest of the matches are still going on. All right, here we go. Hole number 17. We can decide a lot here. Day number 2. Okay. Well, Rory and Wiesberger are headed to 18 all square. Jason Day does close out Bezuidenhout. So what happened in so Day's going to be 1-1. I believe Bezuidenhout is going to be what? 1-1. Wow. Okay, so then correct me if I'm wrong here, if Byrne beats Rory, everyone in group number 1 is 1-1. I believe is what's happening here. Bubba closes out Shugo, so I think Shugo is now cooked because he's should be 0-2. So Bubba beats Shugo. Spieth beats Koepka. So now I think Koepka's done. Got Damon. Phil, did I get Phil? No, Phil is going to beat Kevin Na. And now with JT already done, like Phil's basically in. Phil is certainly headed out of group stage. I think he just needs probably a half a point to even guarantee it. We'll look at that in a second. Dustin Johnson one up with 1 to go. Kisner and Jazz are tied. Benny On, did I get him? No. Benny On beats Ian Poulter. Patrick Reed, I already got that one. Corey Connors does win, so there you go. That's the other half. Corey over Willett. Group 7, wide open. Cantlay over Cam Smith. I believe Cantlay might be 2-0. We'll check that in a second. Sung Kang, I already got. Webb Simpson, Ricky Fowler going to 18, tied. So we got a couple of really good matches headed to the last all square. Horschel Putnam, they're going that way. Sergio beats Fleetwood. Ches beats Graham McDowell. That's over. Tiger is now 1 down to Brant Snedeker. So he's lost 2 holes in a row. And Victor, I already had that one a while ago, right? Victor won. He won forever ago. I was still simulating his holes. He won 2 holes ago. Did I get that one? Victor versus Victor over Molinari. This Tiger one, man. Tiger's going to play himself out of this group right now. X over Woodland. Xander over Woodland. Victor Perez over Lee Westwood. Bryson, I believe, now 2-0 over Terrell Hatton. So those are all wrapped. Wow, Homa and Answer, that's still 1 up. I got Rose, I got Kuchar, I got Hideki, I got Casey, and Sungjae. Sungjae beats Matt Fitzpatrick. All right, here we go. This is it. We have a lot to decide here on 18, including Rory. So let's see what we got. Okay. Rory and Wiesberger have. So let me write this down. Rory and Burned are getting a half a point. Already got Jason Day. John Rahm we already had. Bubba we had. Spieth we had. Phil I already had. DJ halves the last and beats Hadwin. Jazz beats Kisner by winning the last 2 holes, by the way. Benny On we had, Corey Connors we had, Cantlay we had, Kang we had. Webb wins the last. That's huge. Webb Simpson wins the last over Ricky Fowler to get the full point. Massive. Massive. He wins 2 of the last 3 holes. Horschel beats Putnam. Wow, they were tied going into the last. So that's another match decided with a birdie on 18. So Horschel beats Putnam. Wow. Snedeker is going to beat Tiger. I think Tiger's done. I'll get a standings update in a second, but I'm pretty sure Tiger's done. Answer beats Max Homa. They have the 18th. Answer over Homa. And then Tony and RCB are going to get a half a point. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to punch all these results in the bracket really quickly so we can see what we're doing for day 3. I'm going to throw up the screen for a second here, so when you come back, I'll have the bracket updated, and we will quickly go through day number 3 here and see what the final implications are and get the group winner. So give me 3 to 5 minutes on the bracket. If you're watching in the spreadsheet, you can follow along there, and then we will roll through day number 3. All right, hang tight. All right, welcome back. So this is the updated bracket. I just ran through this pretty quickly here, and actually I can already see that I missed a John Rahm too. So I'll confirm this after we're all off stream. But just to roll through a couple of the quick points for day 3 here. So day 3 is the final day before we decide who comes out of the group. So Rory has a 1.5 points. He is in the driver's seat for group number 1. Group number 2, John Rahm is 2-0. So, no, that can't be right. He can't be 2-0. Hold on a second. So Bubba's 2-0. Shugo's 0-2. Unless Keegan is also 0-2. Let's check day 2 really quickly here. If Rahm beat Keegan in day 2, that would make sense. Okay, he did. So I will update that. So it looks like this. So Bubba and Rahm are basically playing for the title of Group 2. If they have, they will go to extra holes. Leishman is out of it for group number 15. Paul Casey in the driver's seat there. Groups number 10 and 7 are completely even. Everybody in those groups are 1-1. Benny On 2-0 in group number 6. Victor Hovland and Snedeker are playing each other. They're both 2-0. Group 14, Kuchar's in the driver's seat. Koepka's out of group 3. Stenson in the driver's seat. Mickelson in the driver's seat of group 4. Thomas is out. Bryson in the driver's seat of group 13. Homa's out. Perez, believe it or not, Victor Perez in the driver's seat of group number 12. He's got to play either Woodland or Schauffele today. So that might be one that we get to extra holes, or a tiebreaker, excuse me. Sungjae in group 16 is up, but that's wide open. Group 9, wide open. Cantlay's got group 8 kind of under control, but we'll see how today goes. So we got a lot of action because a lot of these guys are playing against each other. We're going to roll through this pretty fast because I imagine we just want to get to the winners and stuff as opposed to actually seeing hole by hole, especially for the first couple of holes. So what I'm going to do, and I've got, day 3 is set up here. I've got all the matchups in. I'm going to roll through like the first 6 holes all at once, just because nothing, no matches are going to end, anything like that. So we'll do 1 to 100. I think I can actually do it. I can actually do it this way, 1 through 6, and then we'll drag it down. So we're just going to do 6 holes all at once right out of the gate here. If my computer doesn't, there we go. I'm running a lot of things right now. It's my computer's mad at me, but here we go. Day 3, off and running. Rory McIlroy, 1 up through 6. Christian Bezuidenhout. Jason Day, 1 up. This match here, Group 2, that will decide Group 2. John Rahm versus Bubba Watson. Both of them are 2-0. That's all square through 6. They've been exchanging punches. Brooks Koepka knows he's out of it, and he's playing like it. He's trying to get out of Austin as quickly as possible because Henrik Stenson is 4 up through 6 holes. An absolute beatdown. Jordan Spieth rekindling some magic this week. He's 3 up. Justin Thomas putting up a fight against Kevin Na, though. All square through 6. Joel Damon trying to play a little bit of a spoiler. I think he can get into a... Let me pull this up on my other screen here. I think he can get into a playoff with Phil. Yeah. If Damon beats Phil outright, they'd both be 2-1. They could get into a playoff. If Kevin Na also wins that, he'd also be 2-1. So we would have a 3-way playoff. I have no idea how I would simulate that, so fingers crossed that does not happen. Dustin Johnson, 1 down to Jazz. Kevin Kisner, 2 up. Adam Scott continues on his what seems like dominant run here in match play. He is 4 up at the moment. Matt Wallace crushing Ben On. Ben On's the leader of group number 6. Yeah, Ben On's 2-0. If Wallace wins this, he can get himself into a potential playoff. Patrick Reed, 2 up on Corey Connors. Good news for all you Patrick Reed backers. Danny Willett and EVR, the other two in that Group 7, are all square. Tommy Fleetwood sticking it to Graham McDowell. Remember, Group 9, this one right here, Group 10, Tommy Fleetwood's group, all of them are 1-1. So if Tommy wins and this other match halves, for example, Tommy will move on. Tiger Woods has won 2 in a row against Francesco Molinari, but they're all square. What else do we have here? Oh, Louis beating down Brendan Todd in a big way. So Louis 0-2, so he's just trying to play spoiler right now for Brendan Todd. Kuchar is in the driver's seat. If he wins, it's over. If he halves, it's over. He only needs a half. Hideki 1 up over Scotty Scheffler. Scheffler depends on what Paul Casey's going to do. If Casey wins or halves, he's coming out of Group 15. So it'll depend what Casey does. Finau and Fitzpatrick all square and Sung Jae 2 down. Okay. Let's roll through holes 7 through 9 here. This will start to get interesting on the back, because we might have some playoffs that we have to get to. And if there's a 3-way playoff, oh boy. I have no idea how I'm going to do a 3-way playoff. I might have to rework the spreadsheet for something like that. Okay. Holes 7, 8, and 9. Rory is 2 up. So he's trying to close this out. Rory with a 1.5 points. A full point will win it for him. Because if Jason Day gets a full point in which he's en route for, that would only give him 2 points. So if Rory wins, he moves on. Jon Rahm and Bubba Watson, this match is for Group 2. They are still tied through 9. We're going to keep an eye on that one. That one might go the distance. Koepka showing a little signs of life, but he's already out of it. He's just trying to play spoiler at the moment. And Jordan Spieth has dropped 3 in a row to Colin Morikawa. Adam Scott continues his dominance. He's 4 up. This would be a really good outcome for Group 7 for you Reed backers. If it ended now, Reed's 2 up, and the other match, EVR and Danny Willett, is all square. Wow, Webb is 4 down. Webb is 4 down to Putnam. So if he loses that and Horschel wins, Horschel's moving on. And Horschel is 2 up. So that is very interesting. Webb really, at this point, might just be rooting for Ricky Fowler and then go to a playoff. So we'll see. We'll keep our eyes on that. Tiger 1 up against Molinari. Tiger's out of it. Victor Hovland versus Brandt Snedeker. That, I believe, the winner is just going to move on. It is, yeah. So Snedeker and Hovland, winner moves on, and it's Victor who is 3 up. Lee Westwood beating the pants off of Xander, which would not really help anybody. Xander needs to win to have a chance. Victor Perez, though, on the verge of going 3-0. Obviously, 3-0 will get you through. Bryson climbs back to even with Abraham Answer. Terrell Hatton 3 up over Max Homa. Homa's already out of this. Hatton needs Bryson to lose that match, so we'll see. Cabrera Bello 3 up on Sung Jae. Okay, let's do 3 more. This will be the longest stream of the week, I imagine, because we're never going to do 3 matches in one day again. We'll do 2 matches the next 2 days. We'll do the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8, and then we'll do the Final 4 and the Championship. So it should go a lot faster the next couple of streams. But we are through 12 here, and Rory is now 2 up with 6 to go over Christian Bezuidenhout. Jason Day, 3 up, but it doesn't matter if Rory wins. If Rory wins, it's over. Bubba out of nowhere, still trying to play spoiler over here. Bubba is 6% owned. Jon Rahm is 92% owned, and Jon Rahm is 1 down with 6 to play. And I bet you a lot of you have Jon Rahm winning it all. Stenson gains those 2 back that he lost. He's beating the crap out of Brooks Koepka. Jordan Spieth wins 2 on the back to get back to 2 up. Joel Damon beating Phil Mickelson. That's a big spoiler match, I believe, because Phil's 2-0, but if he drops there to 2-1, Damon can get himself in a playoff. So big match there. Hadwin versus Kisner. Hadwin's 3 down. Adam Scott 4 up. I don't think we have any winners yet, right? With 6 holes to go. We didn't have anybody that far out. Billy Ho continues 2 up. Webb Simpson 2 down, but he's fighting back. Webb Simpson has won 2 holes in a row. He's now 2 down. Webb needs this match. He needs it in a big way. Tommy Fleetwood about to close out Graham McDowell. He's 5 up with 6 to go. Tiger's winning, but it's too little too late. Westwood looking to close out Xander soon. He's 4 up through 6, or with 6 to go. Hovland doing just fine, doing exactly everything he needs to do. Hatton, Louis Oosthuizen 4 up with 6 to go. Wow, Hideki. Hideki's only 1 up. And Rafa Cabrera Bello is 4 up. So we're going to have some matches closed out. We're going to do the next 3. We're going to do 13, 14, 15, and I think we're going to see a handful of matches end here. Okay. 13, 14, 15. So we have 3 holes left, and I think we're going to see some matches end. We are. Rory wins. Rory's moving on. All right, so I'm going to attack on Rory in the bracket here. He's going to beat Bezuidenhout, so that gives him a 2nd win. Bezuidenhout goes to 1 and 2. And then Jason Day has also won, but it's going to be not enough. So Rory McIlroy. Jason Day goes to 2 and 1. Bernd Wiesberger goes to 1 and 1. Nope, sorry. 0-2 and 1. And Rory is moving on. So I'm moving Rory ahead in the bracket. Rory moves on. He's into the Sweet 16 with 2.5 points. And also, I'm doing this live. I will double check all of this tonight to make sure all the math adds up. But if you see anything, yell it out. But Rory is moving on. Jon Rahm and Bubba Watson are all square with 3 to play. Here's also what I'm going to do, just so I don't roll through the same matches. I'm going to hide these, just so they're out of the way. I'm just going to hide them so that I don't scroll through the same finished matches. Jon Rahm and Bubba Watson, all square with 3 to go. Shugo, okay, Stenson's in. So Stenson wins. So Stenson beats Brooks, which moves Brooks to 0-3. You guys were not fooled by that. Only 14% owned. Stenson's going to move on. He is 16% owned, and he is 3-0. So he's moving on in the bracket. I just moved him along if you have that tab open, and I'm going to hide this match so that I don't keep scrolling through it. Joel Damon is dormy. He's going to get himself into a playoff, it looks like. Jazz is dormy. Do we have any other finished matches? That's what I want to see. Tommy Fleetwood is done. He destroyed Graham McDowell. So Fleetwood is going to go to 2 and 1. McDowell to 1 and 2. But we need to see the outcome of this Sergio Reeve match. If we get a clear winner there, that will force a playoff for group number 10. If this match halves, Fleetwood will move on. Tiger is going to win, so he's going to go to 1 and 2. Molinari is going to go to 0 and 3, so the poor times keep on rolling for Molinari. But it's too little too late for Tiger. He can't get in. He's going home as well. Group 11 will be decided, and it is decided, by Victor Hovland beating Brandt Snedeker. So Hovland is going to move on. 3-0. Snedeker is going to go to 2 and 1. He had a great week, but it's not good enough. Victor Hovland coming out of Group 11. We do not know who his opponent yet will be, but Hovland is in. Lee Westwood will move on. No, I shouldn't say that. I don't know that for sure. Lee Westwood will win and beat Xander. Let me find out what he's going to do on the bracket. Westwood is 1 and 2. Xander is also 1 and 2. So this is looking like Victor Perez's. Here's the thing. If Woodland wins, he'll go to a playoff. If Woodland wins, he'll go to a playoff against Victor Perez. If Perez gets a half a point, he's moving on. Bryson's Dormy. Hatton Dormy. Louis Oosthuizen, a winner. So Louis goes and beats Brendan Todd, which is going to make Todd 1 and 2, Louis 1 and 2. So those two are just kind of playing for pride today because Group 14 is going to come down to Rose and Kuchar. Kuchar only needs a half a point. He's currently 1 up. Hideki hanging on to Elite, and Cabrera Bello wins. So Cabrera Bello in group number 16 destroys Sungjae. So Cabrera Bello will be 1-1-1. Sungjae will be 1-1-1. So they have 1.5 points. If Matthew Fitzpatrick wins, he will win group 16 because he will have 2 points. So we will wait to see how that one shakes out. I didn't mean to clear that. I want to hide the rows. Okay. So here are our matches remaining. I've gotten the other ones out of the way. Let's do hole number 16. John Rahm wins 16. He's now won 3 in a row, and he's 1 up with 2 to go. We've got Dormy matches. Jazz wins. Jazz is going to beat Dustin Johnson in group number 5, and Kevin Kisner is going to beat Adam Hadwin in group number 5. So that means Jazz gets a win, so he's going to be 2-1. Dustin Johnson catches an L. He's going to be 1-1-1. Kevin Kisner is going to win. He's 1-1-1. And Adam Hadwin is going to lose. So Jazz, 2-1 with 2 points, is moving on out of this group. 1% owned Jazz Janawananand has just removed himself and won group number 5. 2-1, 2 points is what that was worth. Wow. That's the big upset of the week so far. 1% owned Jazz gets out of the group. I will hide both of these to get them out of the way. Adam Scott is your winner in the match with Ian Poulter. So that is group number 6. So Adam Scott is now going to be 2-1, Poulter 0-3. And Ben On, who is currently 2 down, only needs a half a point to move on. But it doesn't look like he's going to get it. He needs to win both to get into a playoff against Matt Wallace. And then if he wins that, he would get into a playoff against... No, he would get a half a point. So Ben On would be 2.5. Okay, so Ben On only needs a half a point here. He needs to win the last 2 holes. Otherwise, we will have an Adam Scott Ben On playoff. So we'll keep an eye on that. Patrick Cantlay has beaten Shane Lowry in group number 8, which is going to make... This was a very quiet 3-0 for Patrick Cantlay. Very quiet. Won all 3 matches, didn't blow anybody out. He's moving on. Yeah, nobody can catch him in group 8. Okay, so he's in. So I'm going to move Cantlay along on the spreadsheet here. Cantlay is in. We don't know anybody's second round opponents yet in the Sweet 16. We're still working on it. Andrew Putnam beats Webb Simpson. 3 up. 2 to go. So Webb is now going to be 1-1-1 as the massive favorite in group number 8. Putnam is 1-2. So Billy Horschel only needs a half a point in this match. Billy Ho, a half a point, and he's going to move on. He's currently 1 up with 2 to go. Hatton is a new winner. Hatton beats Max Homa in group number 13. That is Bryson's group. So Hatton is going to go to 2-1. Homa 0-3. Bryson only needs a half a point, in which he is currently on pace to get. So we'll see. We will sweat out that Bryson match. And that's the last of the matches that have been decided thus far. Let's go to 17. Oh my gosh. Rahm loses 17 to Bubba making birdie. So that's coming down to the final hole. Just to recap, if these guys tie, they will just play again, because I believe they'll both have 2.5 points. We'll have to break the tie. Shugo Imihara in group number 2 is going to beat Keegan Bradley, which is going to put Shugo at 1-2, Keegan at 0-3. That match doesn't matter. It's really just going to come down to whatever happens in that Rahm and Bubba match. These matches are still to be decided. Cam Smith has just closed out Sung Kang in group number 8, which means, so Cam Smith is 1-2. Whoops. Cam Smith is 1-2. Sung Kang is 1-2. Patrick Cantlay already had that group locked up. He's moving on. Billy Ho has just beat Ricky Fowler in group 9, which means Billy Ho is 2-0, Fowler is 1-2, and Billy Horschel is coming out of group number 9. 83% of you had Webb Simpson. I'll show you the bracket real quick if you're not following along. Billy Ho, 4% owned, is going to play Patrick Cantlay in the Sweet 16. How about that? Didn't see that one coming, did we? Jazz, 1% owned, coming out of group 16. Back to the results. Billy Ho, he's in. Bryson closes out Answer, and I believe that should lock up group number 13, because Bryson is 3-0. Answer is 1-2. Bryson's moving on. He will play the winner of group 4. But Bryson is in. Paul Casey beats Mark Leishman in group number 15, which means, so Paul Casey now 3-0 against Mark Leishman, who is 0-3, and now it doesn't matter what the result of Hideki and Scheffler is, because Paul Casey's moving on. Paul Casey is moving on. He's going to play either Rahm or Bubba in the next round. That is still to be determined. So Hideki and Scheffler now playing for pride. Neither of them can get to 3 points like Paul Casey does. All right, handful of matches. They're all about to be decided. Will Rahm and Watson be decided here on the 18th? Let's find out. We might have to play extra holes here. So let's see. We are going to have to see extra holes. All right, so let me take a tiebreaker here. So Rahm and Bubba, they have to play in a playoff because they are both 2-1. So we'll be going to a playoff there. Morikawa beats Spieth in group number 3, which means Morikawa is 2-1, Spieth is 1-2, but Stenson has already moved on. So that match did not matter. Kevin Na in group number 4 has defeated Justin Thomas, although that didn't really matter because Justin Thomas was already out of it, 0-3. Phil Mickelson and Joel Damon split their match, which means Mickelson is 2-0-1, Damon 1-1-1. So look at Phil. Phil just went 2-0-1, including winning the final 3 holes, 16, 17, and 18, to get a halve from Joel Damon to move on. So it is going to be Phil Mickelson and Bryson DeChambeau moving on to play each other in the Sweet 16. Imagine the bombs that are going to come out of that matchup tomorrow. Phil Mickelson versus Bryson DeChambeau. Moving on. These two are in. Ben On and Matt Wallace in group 6 have halved their match. So that puts Benny On at hold on a second here. These points aren't right. Stand by. Oh, there we go. I just needed to expand the decimal. So hold on. The formula was right. Stand by. There we go. 2.5 points. It was rounding up on me. So that puts Ben On. Where's Benny On? Here he is. Benny On at 2-0-1 and Matt Wallace at 1-1-1. So that means Ben On is going to move on to face Victor Hovland in tomorrow's Sweet 16. Yes, just confirming this all in my brain. And I'll confirm this later, but this is looking good. Patrick Reed beats Corey Connors in Group 7. So Reed, after scaring all of his owners... Oh, but EVR wins as well. So EVR going to 2-1, and Danny Willett going to 1-2. We're going to have a playoff there. So Reed at least gets himself into a playoff, and he's going to have to face EVR. So I'll set that up. In group number 7, the winner of that is going to move on, but Reed, after losing his first match, has battled back and won his last 2. Sergio and Reeve are going to have in group number 10. So Reeve goes to 1-1-1. Sergio goes to 1-1-1. So Tommy Fleetwood, with only 2 points, is going to move on. So Fleetwood moves out of group number 10 with a 2-1 record. Reeve 1-1-1. Sergio 1-1-1. Graham McDowell 1-2. Tommy Fleetwood moves on. Then we've got Woodland beating Victor Perez. Oh, this is going to create a nightmare for me, I think. So Woodland is going to be 2-1. Perez is going to be 2-1. Okay, maybe those two are just going to play each other, because Xander is already done. Okay, so Victor Perez and Gary Woodland need a playoff. We've got 3 playoffs so far. Kuchar is going to beat Justin Rose. So Kuchar is going to go to 3-0. Rose is going to go to 1-2. And Kuchar is going to come out of Group 4 to face Henrik Stenson in the next round. That's pretty cool. Scheffler. So I can get rid of this. I don't need this. Scheffler beats Hideki. Wow, he won 2 of the last 3 holes. Scheffler goes 2-1. Hideki goes to 1-2 after playing really, really well. But it's not going to matter. Paul Casey already had 3 points in that group. He's out of it. And then in Group 16, Matthew Fitzpatrick versus Tony Finau. Fitzpatrick gets to 2-1. Finau goes to 0-3. Fitzpatrick's going to move on. With only 2 points out of Group 16, Fitzpatrick moves on. So here's the bracket. Rory moves on. Fitzpatrick moves on. Horschel, Cantlay. Jazz versus someone to be decided. Bryson versus Phil. Paul Casey versus someone to be decided. Tommy Fleetwood's on. Benny on. Victor Hovland, Matt Kuchar, Henrik Stenson. So we've got to determine these 3 matchups here. So I need a playoff between Rom and Bubba. I need a playoff between Reed and EVR. And I need one between Victor and Gary Woodland. So bear with me for 1 second. You're going to see the magic happen behind the scenes. I'm going to create a playoff tab. And I think I already have 2 of these matches here. So here's what we're going to do. Maybe not. Unhide. I've got the Bubba, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save. I'm going to go back and save everything for day 3 before. Why can't I just unhide all of these? Unhide rows. Maybe not. All right. Give me 2 minutes here because I'm going to have to go through and work on this spreadsheet, and I don't want to make you sit here and watch it. 2 minutes. We are 2 minutes away. We are going to sim a sudden death playoff between 3 different matches to determine the final group winners. And then we will I'll give you the update for who's currently winning our little contest here. So give me 2 minutes and I'll be right back with you. All right, this is it. This is it. This is the playoff. We've got John Rahm and Bubba Watson to decide group number 2. We have Patrick Reed and Eric Van Rooyen to decide group number 7. And we've got Gary Woodland and Victor Perez to decide group number 12. The way this is going to work is sudden death. I am going to simulate one hole at a time. Whoever wins the hole first, will be victorious. They will move on to the Sweet 16. I have not tested the playoff sheet. I just made it 2 minutes ago. So we're going to see if this works. But I'm pretty optimistic it will. I'm going to simulate everyone because that's how I have this set up. But only those guys on that sheet should show. So here we go. 3 sudden death playoffs to decide who's coming out of the groups, and then to decide who is currently winning our little contest. Here we go. We might have 3 winners when I flip back. We do. Wow, look at that. 1 hole for each. Bubba beats John Rahm. Bubba beats John Rahm. Eric Van Rooyen beats Patrick Reed. And Gary Woodland beats Victor Perez. Oh my gosh. So I guess Woodland saves the chalky guys, because if Perez, EVR, and Bubba all got out, that would have been pretty nuts. But Bubba is going to move on here. So let's go to the bracket. I'm going to put a asterisk next to Bubba to know that he won in a playoff. This might break my other formula. That's okay. Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'll do it like this. So Bubba's moving on. Bubba's going to play Paul Casey in the Sweet 16, and I'll put an asterisk next to his name so we know it was a playoff. EVR is going to move on to play Tommy Fleetwood in the Sweet 16. And then Gary Woodland, who half of you had, so you're very happy about this, is going to move on to play Jazz Janawananand in tomorrow's Sweet 16. So here's what else I'm going to do. I'm going to just quickly grab the winners of each group here, because I'm going to plug them into my tab that I have to be able to calculate who has the best team thus far. I guess I could probably do it like this. Be smart about it. I'll get these asterisks out of here. And then what I should be able to do is drop this right here and probably unmerge these. Unmerge? There we go. So if I've done this correctly, I've got the winners in here. So when I go back to the scoring tab, we should be able to see how many of the 16 group winners you guys have. All right, and we do. So let's do this. I want to make sure I don't lose any of this data, but I think I can sort this by group points. Okay, we've got a clear leader with 9 group winners. Jangle 1 is currently in the lead. I'm trying to see who he did not have. I was expecting to see the Jazz line up there, but I'm not. 9 there. We've got a tie between the next 7 guys. General Chow, Ben Booz, Barry Bonds is a Hall of Famer, Trent T66, B Watts 449, T Strick 1, and that's it. Are at 8, so 1 point back. We've got a handful at 7, a bunch at 6, and then moving on down. So we have a clear-cut winner. Now remember, the points are going to double every time you get one right after this. So if we go back to the bracket, for example, if you have Rory getting into the Elite 8, that is now worth 2 points. If you have him getting into the Final Four, and he does, that's worth 4. If you have him getting into the championship, that's worth 8. And if you have him winning, it's worth 16. So still plenty of points out there to be had. We are going to be back tomorrow. What is today? Friday? Thursday? We're going to be back on Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same place. This will go a lot faster because we're only going to have a handful of matches, and we're only going to do 2 rounds tomorrow, but we're going to do Sweet 16 and Elite 8. Then we'll do Final Four and Championship on Saturday, and we will have a winner to be crowned. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.